Good morning, my name is Tania Lindao. I'm going to talk about variance, standard deviation, net present value, and contribution of company. The timeline is the 4 years. The investment is the 1,000. The first year is the 200. The second year is the 300. The 3 years is the 500, and the fourth year is the 1,500. The next present value is equal is the minus the 100 plus the 200 divided by the 1.10 plus the 300 divided by the 1.10, the rise at 2 plus the 1,500 divided by the 1.10, the rise at 3 plus the 1,500 divided by the 1.10, the rise at the 4 equal the 829. The project P, the timeline is the 4 years. The investment is the 2,000. The one year is the 300. The 2 year is the 500. The 3 year is the 300, and the 4 year is the 1,000. The net value present is equal is the minus the 2,000 plus the 300 divided the 1.10 plus the 500 divided by the 1.10 rise at the 2 plus the 300 divided by the 1.10 rise at the 3 plus the 1,000 divided 1 plus the 0.10 rise at the 4 equal 19.6. The best option is the project B sign. Net the present value is higher, generates the great profitability in the company. Variance and standard deviation. Risks reflect the change that actual return on an investment may be very different than the expected return. One way to measure risk is to calculate the variance and standard deviation of the distribution of the return. Consider the probability distribution for the return on the stock X provided below. Probability 20%, 25%, 20%, and 35%. The return on stock X is minus the 22%, the minus the 5%, the 48%, and 49%. The expected return on stock X were calculated on the expected return page. The expected return on stock X was found to be the 21.2%. And the expected return on the stock. Example problem. Define the expected return, variance, and standard deviation on the stock given the following probability distribution of the return for the stock. The measure of risk held. The expected return can be calculated as following. And the 0.20 times minus the 22% plus the 0.25 times minus the 5% plus the 0.20 times the 48% times the plus the 0.35 times the 49% equal the 21.1%. The expected return is equal the time 1.1%. The variance can be calculated following. 0.20 times minus the 0.22 minus 0.21 at rise 2 plus 0.25 times minus 0.5 minus 0.21 at rise 2 plus 0.20 times 0.48 minus 0.21 at rise 2 plus 0.35 times 0.49 minus 0.21 at rise 2 equal 0.095. The standard deviation equal the square root of the variance equal 30.1917%. Thank you.